Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming back out to my channel. The fine people of FedEx Ground just dumped this box on my front porch. I know what it is, and I'll show you guys what I ordered last week. It's from a Vinyl Billboard company, and I'll explain here in a minute why I had this delivered. Let me open it up and see what we got. So I had seen a pop-up ad for these vinyl billboards. They advertise them as tarps for farm equipment, etc., etc. So I had been buying Harbor Freight blue tarps, and the Florida sun here is just terrible on these blue tarps. Even the silver ones, which are an upgrade from these blue ones, tend to dry out rather quickly. The UV rays just beat these things up, and I use a lot of these blue tarps on my lawnmower business, covering them in the off season, and then during the rainy season I don't want water getting in the tanks, etc., etc. So I tend to go through a lot of these blue tarps. They're relatively cheap at Harbor Freight. Actually, they just had a Black Friday sale, and I think I got 7x11s for $3.49 on sale, which isn't bad, but you end up going through quite a few of them. I thought I'd spend some money and try these vinyl billboards. What these are takedown billboards. They've probably been up for a while. The company that advertised changes the advertisement or their 3 or 6 month leases up on the billboard, so the old vinyl comes down. So they had a sale on the 10 by 40 and 40 foot size vinyl billboards. So I ended up buying 2 of them, 2 10 by 40s. They were $47 each on sale. They have much larger sizes than the 10 by 40s. And the shipping was $48 to have these 2 billboards shipped, and it was $133 total for everything. Before I ordered these from Billboard Vinyls, when I was driving around town, I noticed the name of the advertising companies on the big billboards, and one of them was Out Front Media. They have a regional office in Tampa. I emailed them through their website, and when you email through the website, they think you're interested in buying billboard space, which I wasn't. So after several attempts to contact somebody, I finally emailed the regional vice president and said I was interested in used billboards, that I could meet the crew day of takedown and pick up on site. And he emailed back and said they don't sell to the general public. So instead of contacting a bunch of media organizations about buying the used billboards, I just went with the billboard vinyls. I can put a link below for them. I'm sure there's other billboard companies that sell to the general public. Maybe some of them are hesitant having billboards out in the general public. Say if there was a advertisement for Coca-Cola, somebody buys that and goes to City Hall and puts up the billboard and paints some bad words on the billboard, that would really make it into the media. So it might be a liability issue. I'm kind of curious to see what these two have for advertising. Could be some local lawyer's office or car dealership, who knows. But what I may do is spread these out on my front yard and try to figure out what the advertisement is all about. So I kind of answered my own question here. They put what the advertisement is here at the bottom of the vinyl. This was original 10, doesn't really say what the original size is, but they cut it down to 10 by 40 like I said. So Foothills Shoes, exit 12, 928 area code. I could look that up and figure out what part of the country 928 is. Foothills. What's that, South Dakota? The Foothills, or is that the Black Hills? My geography isn't very good. The Foothills. Anyway, they're advertising some shoes here, Foothill shoes. Let me see if I can grab the other one and look at that one. Just looking at it, the material seems very thick, and it looks like there's thread in between the vinyl, which is reinforcing the vinyl. There's a bunch of strands here meshed into the vinyl, so that's good. It looks like it's pretty heavy duty. This should get me quite a while before this stuff burns through with the UV rays. Let me snatch the second one up and see what we can see. So this was shipped out of California. That's where they're based in, according to the packing slip. Okay, I figured as much. Either a lawyer's office or a dental office, doctor's office, and this happens to be actually a dental office. Let me bring you back. So Gallup, Children's Dentistry and Orthodontics, 505 area code. You smile, we smile. That's a cute advertisement. So they're probably not too worried about selling this to the general public. This being hung up on City Hall property isn't going to really be too bad. If it was a national company, like I said, Coca-Cola, they probably don't want that out and about. So it's good to know that they put a little sample of what the billboard is on the end of the vinyl. Anywho, I think these will be pretty good for me. It looks like one side is black, probably the back side. And the other side is the actual billboard side. I can see some printing on it. And if you can see that, here's where the lettering starts on the side that shows. So you got a completely black side. The back side is black. The other side has the logo on it. So I'll probably put the white side facing the sun. The black side will heat up and probably deteriorate if I put that side facing up. This white side here might reflect or deflect the sun somewhat. So these are 10 by 40s. I might cut them in half, make them 10 by 20s. That way I can move them around to different parts of the yard where I have different mowers and stages. The fixed ones, my scrap yard, and then ones I'm waiting for parts on. So I may cut these down in half, maybe make 10 by 20s out of them. Then I'll have 4 movable tarps. The 10 by 40, like I said, these are kind of heavy to move around. As the one piece 10 by 40, a little bit heavy. So kind of took a chance on these. I think they'll work out pretty well. I'm happy with them, the way they look and the thickness of the material. Like I said, I think I'll get a lot of use out of these. I did happen to see somebody last week in their yard. They had one of these covering a boat. That's one of the suggested uses, is a boat cover. It looked to be holding up fairly well and seemed to be doing the job. It was big enough where it was over the sides and you could hardly tell it was a boat. It was doing what it was supposed to be doing. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here. I appreciate you kids and cadets coming out and checking out these used vinyl billboards. If you have something big or small you need covered, these may be a good investment for you. The 2 of them delivered, the 10 by 40s, were $133. Thanks, and come back and see me.